start until we're live. Feroz, you might need to say like a hello, just like.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back, everyone. We took a short break to jump onto the next round of founders that will be pitching their businesses. Let's see. All right. Let me add back the first founder that is going to be pitching his business idea, Chris Mara, into the stage. Let me add you back. Chris, feel free to start whenever you're ready.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Mara. I'm the founder of Kiri EV, and our mission is to lead the electric transportation revolution across Africa. Uh, you know, Motorcycles across Africa is one vehicle for many uses. So last mile delivery in Lagos, passenger taxi in Kampala, security patrols in Nairobi, corporate deliveries in Lusaka, and personal mobility in Pretoria. And all this vehicle is one vehicle, same vehicle across the country, across the continent. By turning this into electric mobility, we're able to reduce a rider's cost of operations by up to 45%. Take, for example, Steve over here, who earns $10 a day and spends $4 on fuel and maintenance. By switching to electric, we can reduce that to $1 a day. So he has an extra $3 a day in his pocket. And we want to do this across the 300,000 riders across Nairobi, 1.7 plus million across Kenya, and there's over 22 million riders across Africa. So the market, as I said, 22 million riders across Africa. This is growing at a CAGR of 12% per annum. East Africa, 5 million riders. Kenya, 1.52 plus million riders. In the motorcycle sector, so the ones who operate as motorcycle taxis is 1.1 million. But our beachhead market, the one that we're going to start with and the one we're targeting, is the 400,000 delivery riders. This is because we know where they go, we know their routes, they're predictable, and it's easy for them to jump onto e-mobility and manage this and get the savings straight away. Why are we doing this? So, the solutions we're providing is tackling range anxiety. So we provide a double battery. Because their routes are predictable for last mile delivery, we know where they're going. So we're able to set up charging points and stations exactly where they're needed. And we don't need to roll out a lot of charging infrastructure because our clients usually go from A to B and back. So when they're doing their deliveries, they'll start off in the office in the morning, go back, do the deliveries, and then back to the office. Our product, what makes us unique is, one, it's an electric motorcycle. And we've learned from our experience in the market that the riders want to own the entire battery. So they want to own the bike, the battery, and we give them a portable charger and setting up charging points where they're able to easily charge on their own convenience, which also reduces the cost of their total cost of ownership. Why choose Kiri? We've ran over 100,000 kilometers of commercial testing and piloting with our partners. So we've run with courier companies, with motorcycle riders, and with our main client called Data Rush, we've saved them over $4,000 in fuel and over $1,000 in maintenance over the last 12 months of testing. They are now looking to scale up their fleet from 6 electric motorcycles to 30 within the next 12 months. To date, we've so far assembled 40 motorcycles, and we're now scaling this to, by end of the year, we'll have 189 motorcycles on the road. We've raised over $240,000 in grant funding and in-kind services. A lot of this funding has gone in towards R&D and making sure our product is fit for that Kenyan and African market. We have trade finance of $50K from Bank of Africa, as well as a license CKD importer in Kenya, which means we enjoy tax breaks. We now have partnerships with a couple of MFIs and banks, and who are able to lend to our customers. Our aim over the next to 2028 is to get 6,000 plus vehicles on the road. Our business model is, we've designed and assembled a product, we ship it in from China, we put it on the road, and then we get distributors to sell it on to our B2C clients. Our impact, inclusive growth in creating jobs, making our cities cleaner, greener, and more livable, as well as creating jobs both directly from us, as well, and jobs that will be created from our partners. We have a team that's well experienced in this sector and been running for the last 3 years, both electrical and mechanical engineers. We're raising $1 million in convertible note. Will give us 18 months runway. And thank you very much. Happy to take any questions.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Chris. All right.
For Q&A.
Yes, go ahead, Raj. Fire. I'm gonna add Steve as well.
So Chris, thank you for your presentation. Excellent. I want to talk a little bit about your business thesis, right? So just to help me through the who owns the IP, who owns the bikes, where the bikes are manufactured, what's the supply chain, etc., etc. And then once you've done that, I want to focus on scale. How do you scale this business? And then finally, I want to focus on. Sorry, I'm giving you because I'm trying to be sort of so then I want to focus on your metrics. Okay, so those are the three key areas that I want you to talk us through a little bit more, because I think that's the most important thing for business like yours.
Okay, cool. So a frame is a frame. So we haven't. So what we've done, we've taken the most common frame in the market and we built our product on top of that. So we own certain bits of IP. So like the wire harness is built completely in-house and it's ours, and then we have someone who contract manufactures that. We've also designed certain bits around the bike, so the bits that we think are crucial for us, so like the swing arm, the battery box. Other bits are very generic bits that we don't really need IP on, that can be easily copied. We've also have IP on the dashboard, so we have a dashboard that basically
Okay, I'm fine. So but okay, fine. You've got some IP. That's fine. We don't need to. So I'm just again.
Yeah.
So where's the
Supply
assembly?
chain.
So where's the assembly?
So supply chain, we have partners in China who do all the manufacturing, then the goods are shipped here, and then we do the assembly here. So we have a licensed assembler here in Kenya, which means we have tax breaks on local assembly.
Okay, and then you sell it with a warranty?
Yes, we sell it with warranty. So various parts have different levels of warranty. So like a charger has 6 months warranty, the motor has 18 months, the battery 18 months, but generally it's roughly 18 months for most of the parts.
So if something goes wrong with the bike, who do they go to?
They come back to us. So our business model is we go through the distributor. So they go through the distributor then comes back to us. And then, if it's something that we can sort, we sort it. If it's something that needs to be escalated back up to the manufacturer in China.
And what's your experience been in terms of warranty claims and product claims?
So far it's been low on warranty claims. So what we've done over the last few years is just to make sure the breakability of the bike is low. Most of the warranty claims we've been able to sort in-house. But now as we scale, we're putting structures into place. So we now have an agent in China who's able to help us with any warranty claims that do arise that need to be escalated back up to the manufacturer and supplier in China. In terms of scaling, so because we're going B2B and then the distributors then go B2C. So this makes it easier for us to, put together larger orders. So I get my 2, 3, 4, 5 distributors who have minimum order quantities that they have to meet. And then this makes it easier for me to ship large quantities and ship to them. This model also makes it easier for us to spread across the continent. So now I can set up distributors in Uganda, in DRC, South Africa, and we use the same business model. We can ship the product completely branded as Kiri, as CKD, or fully built unit, depending on how they're able to assemble locally, and ship it directly to South Africa into DRC. And then we provide the overarching support. In terms of what we've done so far, so this is a hardware business. It takes time to build and iterate. It takes us 3 years to get a product that we now feel we're very confident that we can bring to market. Version 3 right now, we've tested it across most of Kenya, about 14 different counties. The feedback has been great, and now we're confident enough to scale with it. We now have a shipment of.
I think Steve's got a question. Let's.
Yeah,
minutes left, so I want to get.
Because exactly, I didn't want you to go on. I live between Nairobi and Accra, so I know Kiri pretty well. And one of the things that was missing is a competitor slide, because we've got a lot of other bikes in your space. And that's my question, man. So how do you differentiate from the others? Number one. Number two, to be honest with you, I've always been very jittery about this space, because it's as if you were flying the plane while building it. You're building infrastructure, literally. And so, how do you solve for that? Because for me, it's a lot of capex that is needed. So, unless you're telling me you got a Toyota or an energy play, Shell coming to fund you, but help you build the infra, etc., then I have much more reassurance. That's question number two. And the last one, which actually is probably the most important one, what prevents a Chinese manufacturer to partner and they say, actually, let's just do it. We don't need you. We can do this. Chinese or companies can do this, and then basically flood the market with something much cheaper than you have, even though you have an IP. Thanks.
And on that point, I mean, how does this model? I mean, I know, look, Max NG has raised a lot of capital in Nigeria, etc. Right? So, how does your model differ to the Max NG model, for example? Okay, so help us through with the.
Okay, so why we don't have a competitor slide is because we're turning our competitors into our partners. So a lot of our competitors go for battery swapping model, which we don't. When we sell you a bike, we sell you with a battery and the charger, and it's yours. You can charge at home, you can charge anywhere there's a 3-pin socket. And then the infrastructure we're rolling out, so a battery swapping station is about $10,000. We're putting up charging points, which costs, we have 2 products that are also in-house built. One is $50, one is $400. And this can be done on a franchise model where you buy it from us and you make money from it.
Okay, you got 1 minute left. Okay, I understand. So let's the 1 minute left. I want to talk about finance. Finance, fine. No, competition is fine. Finance quickly. How are you financing all of this? And do you know Untapped?
Yes.
Have you talked to them?
So they moved their business model from financing products to refinancing what's already on the ground. So that means they're not helpful for me. But we've raised about 250,000 in grants. We have 100K coming in from KFW, DFG. I've put in also another 100K of my own money. And then now we're looking at debt financing because we're able to do the same thing that the big companies like Honda and Toyota are doing, which is just finance the point up to distributors, and then the distributor pays me on full delivery of the goods, and then they go on and sell to the client. And then we've partnered with banks so that the banks can finance the end user through our distributors. In terms of how we're going to stave off competition, we bring our parts from different suppliers, we conglomerate together. That way, no one really knows how we're building our bikes, so it's a little bit harder to copy. We went through this problem, the second version, where we're working with one supplier. They passed on all the benefits to third parties and competitors. But so now that's how we went around it. We now build our own little parts here and there, and then we bring it together into one product where no one actually, other than us, knows what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay. And time is up. There was a guy that I know was trying to do this. He went to China. He spent a lot of money. He was looking at the whole market. He'd come up with some. I'll try and find his details and show it to him. But thank you for the presentation.
All right.
Just a comment on that. Think about BYD. That's all. Wait, China.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raj, Steve. Thank you so much, Chris. All right. Let's take this later on.
Yes. Bye.
All right. Okay. Nitera, I hope you're ready. I'm gonna add you into hello. Okay. I don't see your slide decks.
Hi, I'm actually
It was just here.
Yeah.
Can you put it back in? I don't know.
Okay, cool.
All right, Moses, if you are ready, I'm gonna go with you, so we can save time. Hello, let's go. You can start to pitch because we are running a little bit of time here. Whenever you are ready, please go ahead and start. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everyone. My name is Moses Ucheng. I'm the CEO and founder, investor firm. Growing back in Gatundu, a village in Kenya with over 100,000 population, yet no bank, has its ups and downs. Number one, the rising cost of seeds, fertilizers, and different farming inputs, and that makes you rely on high rate loans and sometimes being susceptible to fraud as a farmer. We have My Story shared across by 330 million farmers across Africa who face a problem with financial accessibility, with farmers, especially the loaning option, with farmers losing about 1,500 US dollars every year due to an adopted agricultural technology that relates to financial accessibility. On the same breath, we have an estimated of over 200 billion of digital assets that sits idle, representing a missed opportunity for investors to generate returns. And that is why me and my team have built an incredible solution that seeks to revolutionize agricultural finance through peer-to-peer lending between digital currency holders and farmers in order to increase agricultural tech investment, create simplicity, and offer flexible payment options through affordable interest rate loans. Our loaning product is geared towards climate-linked loans, specific cash crop tailored loans, agricultural tech investment, and also offering digital currency holders the ability to stake and lend. Our competition so far are platforms on the crowdfunding and lending space. But what is a game changer for us is the fact that we built on blockchain, which offers transparency, free from intermediaries, and affordable inflation free loans with an estimate of over 60% of African countries facing inflation already. We have two lines of product, the website application and the mobile-based application. We have about 106 million people with digital currency in Africa in 2023, with a rise expected to go to 250 million by 2025. Total addressable market on the customer side is 8 million, with a sum total of 800,000 and a serviceable obtainable market of 10%. Last year in Africa, the average borrowing rate was at 14.3% for farmers and a lending rate of 16.5% in a 10.2 billion market size, with a growth of about 28.7%. Our business model involves referral programs, educational content, awareness campaigns, and partnerships where we partner with different farm input companies to be able to, or SACCOs, to be able to get our customers on board. Our revenue stream is through flash loans, which is at 10% per annum, an interest rate of 11.25% per annum, a transaction fee of 1% on the loan value, and a DAO subscription fee for digital currency holders of 8%, with a governance token, which allows investors to be able to make decisions on the DAO of 10%. Our projected turnover this is 4.5 K, with a burn rate of 1K and a monthly revenue of 4.5K. What have we done so far in 4 months since we started? We have a waitlist of over 100,000 farmers with 75 digital currency holders on the wait. Our average borrowers rate stands at 99.9%, with the lending rate standing at 90.5%. We have over 10,000 registered farmers already in the platform, over 5,000 digital currency holders. We have won 3 global bounties, secured grant funding, and gotten incubation from Polygon Labs. We have a lending margin of 9.3% and a default rate of below 3%. We've done 7 different product showcases locally and across the globe. So this is my wonderful team, range of expertise from data science to blockchain to project management. I am the CEO, just like I mentioned. Our future projections is on data collateral. So currently we're doing land leasing collaterals. We are looking to expand to markets in the Middle East and Africa and use more advanced technology. So far we've received grant funding of 2,500 US dollars. We've been in operation for 4 months. We're seeking grant funding of 70,000 US dollars with a 4% equity on the giveaway. I want to welcome all of you in investing in Investor Farm as we seek to take Investor Farm to different villages like Gatundu in Africa. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, And let's add back the investors and let them ask the question. Okay. Raj and Steve, feel free to take it over.
Okay. Thank you, Moses. There's a lot to unpack here. There are too many layers for talk about the digital finance here. So I happen to be a CDFP, Certified Digital Finance Professional. So blockchain, all these things, I fairly invest. And I have a feeling that there's too much information and the functioning of your platform, even your ask, you talk about grants, but then you talk about equity. So there's a lot to unpack. So to make our work simple, just explain to us in very layman terms what your platform does without the digital asset part of it, because just a means to an end, right?
So it's basically a learning option for farmers. But now we have like someone who holds the digital currency, and
Wait,
then we
wait,
have the
wait, wait, wait. You already go into digital currency. So it's a lending platform for
lending
farmers.
platform. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So if we focus on the lending part,
yeah.
why would they use your platform against all the other competitors you listed? Number one, what is your differentiator? But you still need to explain without the DAO side, right? The distributed ledger, everything side. What makes you unique, please?
Mm, if you look at what happens in most African countries, inflation is a great problem.
No,
So,
you're telling me the macro thing. Just tell me the difference versus your competitors who do similar things, right,
so
in the space.
they offer loans on using the normal currencies, the fiat currencies. So I feel that's the difference between us and them.
Okay. So if you put yourself in the perspective of a farmer, I just want a loan. However you
Yeah,
manage it, it's not my problem.
yeah.
Okay. So from a farmer's perspective, what makes you attractive versus the others? Because I know I'll take a loan here, I have to repay this side. I go, so I'll take a loan here, I have to repay. I go and borrow here to pay here. Right? That's what I would do. So what makes you different?
So if you look at the, I would say tokenomics behind that, a loan in digital currency affordable. I wouldn't say cheap, but is affordable compared to the loans offered by fiat currency. If we to do the economics behind that, because we're not affected by inflation, it can possibly you or anyone can stake or lend their digital currencies across anywhere, and then that money can be gotten to the farmer without any issues on
But you
interest.
see, I that digital currency still needs to be converted to fiat currency
Yeah.
so that the farmer can use it. Unless you're telling me the farmer can use a digital currency to buy and sell fertilizer and all.
You
I mean,
can't.
so what is it? Explain the business model again.
Okay, so I'll explain this in short. So what we have within the platform is something called automatic market maker. Automatic market maker is how the farmers are able to convert the digital currency to fiat currency. If you look at the conversion rates, on digital currency, how much they would get, and then how that accrues to interest. It's different from them accessing loans from the normal microfinancial institutions within their
So what you
country.
mean is that it's cheaper, less
Yeah,
costly for them,
yeah.
and easy. So now, how do they repay you back? Because they need to take the fiat currency and convert it back to the digital before they pay you. So how do you do that?
So what they do is they deposit their fiat currency, and what the platform does is it converts it back to digital currency, and it's paid to the digital currency lender.
Where
Do
do they
you?
deposit? Where do they deposit? So this whole on ramp off ramp
It's
thing
the
is the
platform.
criticality of this, right? So I'm with Steve here because I think, look, everyone wants to do this. Okay, so fine, yeah, and I understand economics, but at the end of the day, okay,
Yeah.
you need to tell an investor how someone is going to get money from point A to point B, all right, without friction, okay, and at a cheaper price, because that's what it is. Yes, that's why someone is going to use you as opposed to going to the money lender or going to Lendable or whoever it is, and you haven't done that.
Okay, so the platform allows you to deposit more of like just any other payment option.
Hey, how? Where? How do you deposit? So I've got, look, let's take it simple. I'm a farmer. I've
Through the
got
platform.
$10 here. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a lender. I've got $10 here. How do
Yeah.
I get it to the farmer? Okay. And how does the farmer get it to the whatever he wants to buy? And then how does he get the money back and back again to me in a cheapest possible way? That's the basic question that I think we're still struggling with. Steve, am I right?
We've integrated to different partnered mobile subscription applications and banks. So if that is like the third party, I feel you people are looking for, yeah, then yes.
Essentially, the feedback we are giving you today is that your slides must be much simpler for investors to understand, number one. Number two, you clearly need to have like a flow chart showing the flow of the money from the farmer, first, from you, the lender, and also in terms of you, where are you getting the money from? Is it investors? I don't know, maybe you're raising debt, whatever, to the farmer and back to the investor, to you and then the investor. Simple. So that's why I was asking you, forget about the distribution, blockchain, all these other things for now. We just need to understand the business model. And then the second layer would be explain to us the value proposition, because you're cheaper, faster, more secured because it's on the blockchain, etc. That's the second layer. And for me, that would be really a competitive advantage compared to others. If you can do it much cheaper, better, more reliably, and it can even track all the way to your end customer, the farmer, etc. So that's all. Time is up.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everyone. All right. Thank you, Moses. Thank you, Raj. I'll put you down. All right, Mitera, you're up next. Edith, you take over.
Okay, perfect. Mitera, are you ready?
Yes, I'm almost ready.
Okay, perfect. We're excited. Okay, let's go. Okay,
Clear.
go ahead.
Can you see everything from my side?
Yes, you're good.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mitera Sibanda, and I am the founder and CEO of Nestle Care, where a cherished child meets a happy nanny. I have been surrounded by family and friends that after giving birth to their bundle of joy, they just don't know where to start searching and finding for a reliable nanny. That's where we come in. What are the problems experienced? Working parents are currently challenged with the hassle of searching and paying for a nanny. There is no central database. There's an increased search time, and there's an infinite search radius when you don't know where to start searching. Parents are forced to hire anyone through referrals without qualification, which isn't safe, and there is no reliable vetting systems to ensure childcare safety. Our solution, the Nestle Care app that helps you to efficiently search, match, book, and play. Essentially, our platform will have a solution of a live location that you're able to search with a defined search radius, so you're able to book somebody within your radius. It has the latest web and device technology central database. You are able to access all the nanny database on our platform. You are able to also get access to our vetted nanny databases with accredited nannies. You know that your child is in safe hands. It saves time, and the online payment also saves you the hassle process. How it works. Essentially, you must be a client to use the service. Number two, you will be prompted to insert a home location and nanny qualities for you to begin to your search. You browse the short-listed options that will be given back to you. You check the police clearance certificate and the ID of the candidate that you are interested in, and you simply go ahead and book and pay for the desired nanny. You are guaranteed a hire and arrival at your home. Our key differentiator essentially is the fact that we have fast response, which is easier than using the traditional agency or headhunting yourself. We are also going to be including your organized calendar schedules, your to-do list. This helps you and your nanny stay on schedule so that you know that your nanny is doing the right things for your child. An easy onboarding tool that helps you integrate info systems that shares preferred routines with the nanny. Our market opportunity and business model. It's very simple. In terms of the global focus, we are looking at a 22.4 billion, but let's bring it back to home, South Africa. Our total addressable market with Gauteng alone, so we're currently looking at Gauteng because it is currently the economic hub, and this is where the greatest fraction of working parents are situated. Gauteng has a 60 million population as of 2022. Our total addressable market is sitting at 8 million, and we are looking to capture an obtainable market of 700K with our starting out within the first year. We operate on a 3-tiered booking fee pricing. Essentially, you are able to come into a platform and book a nanny that is either at basic level, premium level, or platinum level, and this is guided by their skills and their level of experience. This is our primary and our core revenue stream. But we also have secondary revenue streams that we are looking to make money from, which is going to be a subscription fee of $10 per month for you to gain access into pre-recorded training videos. So if you decide to book a basic nanny who doesn't have much skill, you are able to upskill her as she continues working for you for that amount per month. And we're also looking at offering a live coach to manage the relationship between the parent and the nanny. Sometimes you find that they just things arise that you need to address with the nanny and you don't know how to go about it. So a coaching fee of that amount, you are able to book 45 minutes so that we are able to address whatever issues. And then our future revenue stream, we're looking at advertising with baby products such as Huggies, Pampers, Nestle, and all the other big players within the baby industries. Our competitor analysis, we are currently sitting on daycare centers, traditional nanny agencies, and Sweep South, for those of you guys that are familiar with the South African Sweep South platform. Sweep South essentially is our current and stabilized competitor because they are very well capitalized, although they are not in the nanny industry, but given their infrastructure and their strong capital, they are able to easily switch using their current and existing infrastructures. Essentially, daycare centers are our second bed competitors, because if someone does not consider hiring a nanny, the next best thing is to drop off their child at a daycare center. And the advantage of them is the fact that they get the access to interact with other children and improve on the developmental skills. That is our financial business analysis for the previous year as we've been operational. And this is our current team, which is myself, the founder, and Michelle Sibanda, who is currently our tax and accounting officer, Tanya, who is currently our research and feature benefits and business model, value proposition and core offering. And we also have investment boarding that currently operates the other aspects of guiding us and helping us in terms of the consulting space. That is currently our contraction to date, and we are sitting at that red arrow. That is where we are, and this is what we've been able to achieve in the previous year. Our go-to-market strategy is very simple: referral, the viral through Ayoba. So we have partnered with Ayoba that we're going to be a micro app under them, and they currently have a user base that is significant. So once we launch live on our app with them, we will get access to their current offering. And we also plan on doing a launch event within big companies that are currently offering baby products and digital marketing essentially. And our ask is 500K for an 18 months revenue. We are going to use it for that, and at a valuation dollar of $5 million at 10%. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mitera. We have gone a little bit past time. So I think I'll hand it over to you, Raj and Steve, to take it away.
Steve, shall I go? And let's start with the last one where you talk about 500K and $5 million, right? Because that was most of it. So I think, so here's the thing: on what basis is 500K and, well, forget 500K. On what basis have you got $5 million valuation?
So we've gathered what we've currently managed to raise today, which is
no, stop.
Okay.
Tell me quickly. So,
okay.
A company like yours with revenues, and I don't know, I can't recall what revenue you've got. Okay.
Okay.
How are companies in this sector valued? Number one. Okay. So 505 million is what? How you get to 5 million? Number one, and how are companies in the sector valued today? Number two. That's kind of the key question.
Okay, so essentially, because we are asking for 500K at 10%, right? That then gives us a $5 million valuation.
No, you're going about it the wrong way. You're going about it the wrong way. Yes. So nobody cares about what you're asking for, and nobody cares about anything. They're asking what an investor wants to know is this a fair valuation? And the only way they can tell what the fair valuation is not the fact that you want to raise 505 million, is what is the market valuation for a company like this? Okay. So let's say it's a SaaS model and you're not. Okay. SaaS models trade anywhere between 3x of ARR and 10x of ARR, let's say. Okay. So a company like yours in Africa, okay, what is the valuation metrics and how does that relate to what you've got today?
True. Can I then step back and say that when we've looked, so we currently closely look. So what I did is that we look at the market competitors. So currently, Sweep South. I'm not sure if you're aware of Sweep South.
Yeah, I know Sweep South very well.
So Sweep South is in the same industry as us, but instead of placing nannies, they are placing domestic workers. Yeah. So when we then studied how they were valued within their first raising, right? We then stepped back and said, okay, if Sweep South was valued at this much within their first year of raising, can we then go back and take their market value? Essentially, that was our approach because Sweep South was the closest.
But what are the numbers? What are the numbers? Tell me numbers. Okay, so you don't have the numbers. So I think you need. Let's move on. So I think you need to really. So hang on. But let's move on to the next question. You really need to nail this on the head. Okay.
Yes.
So let's move on but nail this. This is not. You haven't got this. Okay. So don't look for it now.
Okay. Sorry,
Steve.
Shall I go? Okay, good.
Yeah.
There's a bit of delay, but it's fine. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I like the presentation. Is the other Sibanda your sister?
Yes, she is.
I thought so. Okay, good. So, technically speaking, I do like the presentation. I'm in healthcare. I like what you do in etc. So, and I had a number of questions around the stickiness of your business model. Obviously, I understand you've done a lot of work around, the business model, the support, etc. What I'm trying to understand is, and I like also the fact that you have, basically reference check the nurses for not nurses, the nannies, nannies, yeah. And so my question to you is, what prevents them once they've used your platform to site sell you? Why should they keep, or even your customers, why should they use your platform going forward when they've done it? Oh, I like this thing, this lady. Let's forget about, and that's number two. Number three is, you may want to reconsider your name, Nestle Care, because most people read it Nestle Care, trade issue, brand issue. You know why? Because when you're doing the presentation, I just Google Nestle Care. Actually, you
Yeah,
say Nestle Care. So you may
yeah.
want to change the wording. Is Nestle, TL or something differently, but not Nestle. You're going to have a problem. I can tell you surely.
True.
Okay?
Mm.
Yeah.
So essentially, what prevents those families of site selling you once they've contracted the nanny for a year, because that's a big issue I have on the continent in Ghana, Kenya, even South Africa. I know there's a problem around that.
Mm.
Reliable
Mm.
nannies that can execute and do things at an affordable price, trained, etc., etc. And
Thank
then
you
we can
so
talk
much.
about a few other things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that question. And you're not the first person to raise it, and it's always a concern. So essentially, our approach is one. First and foremost, there's only so much we can control. But number two is the fact that what we do is that when we sign in our nannies, so as a client, you're going to be paying your nanny a certain salary through our platform, right? It's registered as that. So as long as
Wait,
you've
wait,
broke,
wait. You keep disappearing on your backdrop. You keep
oh, okay,
disappearing. It's very
sorry,
disturbing.
sorry.
Yeah.
So my first answer was that it's a very high risk. We've considered it. It's been raised before. Number one is that to a certain extent is beyond our control. That's one we've noted. But number two, we have put in system in place. For an example, when you hire nanny X, right? You hire nanny X today. You hire nanny X for 4,000 rands. You pay her monthly salary 4,000 rands every day. Our app is aware that you have hired nanny X and you need to pay her 4,000 rands every month. The day you decide that you're no longer happy with nanny X, right? You want to either release her or you want to change her. It is going to
Okay.
then show on our app that you have released nanny X and then she is back in the market to be booked by somebody else. So this means that we enter into a contract with nanny X that as long as you are released and you are available, you cannot be working somewhere else. So that is one of the ways that we will be able to catch the side selling or the shortcutting, in a sense that once you
Perfect.
release Nanny X, she comes back live on our
Perfect.
app. She can be booked and she
Time up.
cannot
Perfect.
repeat a booking. I hope that makes sense.
It does.
Yes, yes, Mitera, it does. So I think I'm gonna cut you guys because let's at least do one more founder, right?
So
Before the gents have to jump off with their
I have
hard
to drop
stuff.
off. I have to drop off.
Yes.
But do apply Mitra on Jazari.
Noted.
Okay, just
Nice.
like the other help.
Okay. Mitera, you know where the conversation is continuing, so I think you're good. Ferouz, let's have Barry put on to quickly go through his pitch. Barry, this has to be short and sweet. Let me try add you if I can.
Stay
Invite to
stable
add.
during the presentation.
Okay. Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Thank you. Barry, I hope you're
Hello,
ready.
Edith, can you hear me?
I can. Take it away. Keep it short and sweet, okay?
Yeah, and hopefully the network will stay stable.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Ismaila Barry from Senegal, and I'm the founder of Junkflix Academy. So, Junkflix Academy, the purpose is to make a new e-learning model, like for secondary school students in Senegal, in an entertaining way. So we are bridging the gaming and the movie industry to create something that I call the Intelia, which stands for interactive learning. Here's the current situation in Senegal. We have a lot of teacher strike, overcrowded classes, and high tutoring costs, which leads most parents to bring their children to tutoring teachers and tutoring classes. And that's a gap that we are trying to fill by bringing Junkflix. So Junkflix is the new student companion. It's a mobile and website and web application platform that student can access 24/7 And inside they will be having short and animated videos. So meaning the classes will not be taught like in the classroom with the teacher on the chalkboard. So they will be animated with the movie type style to engage more students. And on top of that, we'll have a gamified quizzes. So after each lesson, a student can just go and then assess their knowledge, and all of that in an affordable price. Why now? Because more and more we are living in a digital era. So students are more and more distracted with their phones, and then we want to find them where they are, so to meet them and then to give them what they need for their studies. And on top of that, COVID has shown us that we are moving more and more to hybrid learning. And on top of that, we want to be the first mover in Senegal. We should be having this type of hybrid learning that will allow students to access 24/7 in their learning materials. And all of that will be supported by the SDG 4 goals. There is a market potential in Senegal with an average of 13 million in the service obtainable market. Here is the wonderful team that I'll be working with. I'm a sole founder, and then I have two partners in this to create this platform. We have Intake Group that are specialized in turnkey solution, and Melocan Agency, which is a production team that we record all the videos that are needed to go to the platform. This is our winning ingredients. The gamification model, I would say, is our USP, because we'll be serving students with interactive quizzes so that to give them short-term gratification. When they have the short-term gratifications, they will always want to come back and then achieve more. And in that way, we'll be creating leaderboards to challenge them between each other, which will be a collaborative learning. The uniqueness of the platform and the teachers that we hired are some of our USPs. As a pre-revenue startup, which were created in last May, we conducted trials with 278 students in 5 schools and then 3 regions in Senegal, and on which of that we received very good feedbacks. Our business model will be a SaaS business model with an annual subscription of $50. And on top of that, we want to leverage affiliate marketing, partnership with school, and then private company CSR. Our go-to-market strategy will be using a mix of traditional sales method with a strong sales team, and then the digital marketing with influencer marketing, media buying, affiliate program. Our 5-year financial prediction, by 2028, we're planning to reach about $1 million in net revenue with a 57.6 average operating profit. Here we are asking for $309,000 to continue the platform finalization, and then do the course recording and editing with the production team, and then hiring a team and have a 12 months runaway. Thank you very much. And then I'm inviting you to join our journey to develop e-learning in Africa and in Senegal in particular. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Barry. Thank you. Raj, I think I'll hand it over to you. I have Steve's questions, but I think you can go first.
Well, why don't you ask Steve questions, because I'd like to hear those, and that'll help me with that, and then I've got to run as well.
Okay, perfect. So Steve's was Barry. How are you planning on building in the affiliate structure? What does that look like, and what does that mean for revenues, both for you guys as well as for the affiliates?
Okay, and for the affiliates, they can be the teachers, because the teachers are kind of our indirect competitors. They already have a group of students that they are tutoring, and in bringing them to our platform, because those tutorings are essentially subject related, so they are not covering the entire program. So they can
Oh,
redirect.
it's breaking. Barry? Okay. I think you might need to stop sharing your slides. It might be heavy for the internet.
Oh, okay.
So stop the sharing.
Let,
Yeah, I think that will help. Okay. So that was Steve's key question. Raj, I think you can take it away
So,
now.
so I think, look, first of all, look, this is what you're building is like again, a marketplace, right? So you've got two sides of the marketplace, and marketplace businesses are notoriously difficult to build. And the question is, what again, I think I've said this before. Go read a book called The Cold Start Problem, and it tells you about a lot of those the stories in there about how Uber built a business, and how do you kickstart a marketplace effectively. And the key question about how you kickstart a marketplace is, what do you get on first? Because you want to get something that attracts or pushes people to want to use the platform. Yes. So in
yes.
Uber's case, what they did was they paid drivers to just put their cars on the road. They gave free money. So just take your car on the road and we'll give you $25 a day. Okay. Now they had a lot of capital, so they were able to do that. Now you have not got any capital or limited capital. So my question to you is, what pushes people to want to use the platform? And how is that, in what way is that unique to you that is not available or unique to someone else, right? Is it money? Is it cost? Is it content? Is it the number of educators on it? What is it, right? Because that's the
Okay.
piece that we need to understand.
Okay. It will be in a three different way to make it more interesting for the users, for the parents, and for the teachers. I'll start with the users, which are the students that are the core of the business. The students will be implementing some machine learning with the quizzes, and there's a progression. They will see in which areas they lack of competence. And then we'll be generating a report that will be available in the student portal that they will see in which topics or which lessons they have problem, and then emphasize on that. And also there will be live tutoring available in the which is one of our next milestone.
But how do you make money? How do people make money? So what makes someone want to come and give a live tutorial on it? And how does the platform make money?
Okay, for the teachers, they will be paid. We'll be paying the
By
teachers
whom? By whom?
by the company.
And how
By
does the
Jank,
company get money to pay them?
the company, the money that we'll be having to start, because we'll be paying them around $1,000 to record the entire curriculum. So for the first start, and then the goal is after implementation to have more and more expert teachers that will be coming in, and that will be paid to record classes or give live tutoring. And as a company, how we are making money is by the monthly revenues or the annual revenues. So we're planning to have a yearly an annual package of $50, or having a monthly package of $5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you've got to raise a bunch of money to be able to pay these people.
And actually, that's the beauty of of this model, because the main courses are just at the beginning. Because once the classes are recorded, the next thing it will be updating it, and then at that point the cost will be less high than because once it's recorded, the class can go for 2-3 years. So it's at the very beginning that we're having the big expenses, and then after all the expenses will be overheads like the sales team, platform maintenance, and also the marketing that we're planning to implement.
Well, I think I'm still struggling. So let's move on. But I think you need to be much more clear on how you are going to fix this cold start problem, right? How do you get? So where is your cold start problem? Is it content? Is Is it tutors? Is it something else? And then what is the revenue model of the incentives for you to fix for people to come onto the platform? So let's just move from there, okay? So talk to me about your traction and your numbers today.
Okay, the traction, we're still at pre-revenue. We did a trial with the 2 exam classes that we want to focus on our first year. And we did it in July when there was exam classes. They used the platform, the prototype we already have in place with 6 videos to just have their feedbacks after watching it. And then we had great feedbacks about the content we had and also the quizzes. Most of them, they like the quizzes that we had after the lesson. That encourages them to just keep going and then to find it all right.
So I think you're very much, I feel like you're very much in a testing phase.
Yeah.
And you're trying to work out what is the best model. And I think that's okay. Everyone's going to start there. And I think you need to, so my advice to you, and the time is up, is to continue with the testing, but understand very clearly from an investor perspective, just be upfront. Say, look, I'm in a testing phase. This is how my tests have worked out to date, right? And it's shown me this, and I'm going to do that. And the way I'm going to fix my cold start problem is that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Raj. I think
Thank
that
you
really
very much,
helps.
Raj. Yeah, thank you very much.
That really helps. Thank you so much, Raj. And thank you, Barry, for your pitch. Raj, thank you so much for being here for those 2 sessions. I know you need to dash, but I want you to know that we appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. And it was an honor to have you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Edith.
You're welcome. Ferouz, I think you can join me back up here. We'll be taking a break, everyone, to focus on a special message from Just eBay, one of our partners. And then we have a keynote, and then pitch session 3 will be later on in the afternoon.
Yes. All right, let's hover over to the next keynote.
Yes, that's available on our Hey Summit page. The message from Just eBay as well as the keynote. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.